What's up, everybody? Welcome to today's video. Today we're going to be doing a little intake mod for my F250, my Ram 2500. So we got this Ram 2500 here. It's a 2013 model with a 6.7 Cummins turbo diesel, and I've been wanting to do. Right now, I'm doing a trans relearn on it. You'll see that in probably a previous video. We were doing a trans relearn on it. And I'm trying to get this truck maintenance up and everything, and I was looking for intake. I was actually looking for a K&N drop-in filter for the factory intake, for the factory airbox, but those things cost $100. I was gonna open the hood. Those things cost like $112 or $115 for just a drop-in intake. So I was looking online, and I found on Amazon a pod style intake for like $65 to $85. It was $85, but they're even as low as $65. Amazon Prime was at my house the next day. The link to that is going to be down below. This is supposed to work from an 08 to a 12, but we can make it work for this 13 and up if we do a little bit of modification. So that's what we're going to do. It's raining outside. It's raining right now. But I'm going to try to get in here between the raindrops to get it changed up here. It should be an easy swap. All I have to do is take the airbox out, filter out, half the tubing comes out, and then this comes in. So I'm going to unwrap it. We'll show you what it looks like, and then we'll install it into the truck and see how much better it is, how much better it sounds. Hopefully it sounds better. I'm gonna go ahead and give you all a before we install it, we're gonna go for a drive, see what it sounds like, and then we'll install it, come back, and then we'll go out again and see if it sounds any better or not. All right, here you go. Here's some before clips of the turbo sound, the non-turbo sound. The stock airbox does a really good job of killing the turbo noise. You really can't hear any, honestly. I want it to sound like an old 12 valve or a 24 valve. When you put the, you would do like, you would just keep the stock air tube, and then you would put a K&N filter on the end of it, or you go to Napa, you get one of those big industrial filters and stick it in the corner, and you would hear the turbo noise. You don't hear any turbo noise now, so literally nothing. That's one thing I miss about my 6.7 Power Stroke. It has some good turbo noise. But we're gonna go home, put this intake on, and then I'll give you another after of what it sounds like with this intake that I bought. All right, here you go. Unboxing. All it is this tube that connects to the factory, part of the factory tube. It's got your sensor holes. I've heard that some of these aren't really that great, but for how much you're paying for this, I mean, what do you expect? Got a pod style filter, clamp, a little bracket here, and another clamp. So that's what you get for $85. I mean, honestly, this filter right here, depending on what you get it from, if it was a K&N, this would be probably $50 right here. So, and then you get this metal tube, not that great. I'm gonna clean this out first because of, shipping stuff. We're gonna clean that out first. We'll put it on. I don't want no debris in my engine, but then we'll get it installed, and then we'll take it for a drive, and we'll compare it to what you just heard on the factory drive, and then we'll see if we'll get a little bit of turbo noise. As I said, I kind of want more 12 valve, 24 valve turbo noise. This has no turbo noise. It's supposed to be quiet, it's supposed to be a luxury truck. I want some turbo noise. So let's pop this hood. It's not raining right now. Pull this old airbox off, take the things off I have to take off, and switch out. Excuse me. And then we'll get her done. All right, so this is what we're working with stock. So this is the Ram Active Air. So it's got a motor underneath that opens some flaps. That's the thing we're gonna have to make sure that we transfer over to make it work with the new intake, so we don't have any codes. Then you got these two sensors, and then we have to take this out, and then the air box out, of course, and then we'll have it done. So let's go ahead and start taking it apart and then get this other one on. All right, you're gonna take an 8mm. You're gonna take these 3 things off, screws, and then you're gonna take the filter element out. As you can see, needs to be changed. So that's why we're changing it. So we're gonna have to get down in here and get back in here in the turbo part and take this part out. And then we're also gonna have to take the air box out itself, which looks like it's held on right here. And that looks like it's about it. So, and then like I said, we're gonna have to take a little sensor off of this, but we have to take a sensor off of this, and we have to take these sensors off the top to make it work. So let me grab it, let me climb down in here and see how to get this tube off, and then move to the next step. All right, we got it out. There is a connection right here. This is for your swing gate. This is for this module right here that opens this air intake here. So we're gonna take that off and reconnect it so it doesn't give us a CEL code. We're gonna put it back on here. Look at that factory pipe bent like that. Crazy. We need to get some Banks up pipes on here. But now I can actually get to the, I can actually see the fuel filter now. The airbox is not in the way. But now we got to remove this from that clamp that's way down right there. So that's going to be the next step, is remove that. All right, so all you got to do is take that clamp off and loosen it, and then that comes right out. So this can be put to the side. Got all those boxes in here. And then that goes right back into place where that came out of. So as you can see, that just replaces that. And then, like I said, we still have to move these over to that. And then I'm gonna take that off and put it back in place. And now the sun's coming out, so. But you can see the turbo down in there. Now a lot more access to stuff, but let's go ahead and reverse rotation, or go back and, well, I'm gonna go ahead and move these sensors over, and then we'll put it back in. All right, we got the sensors switched over. I went through and there was some, you can't see it, but there was some slag in here in the intake, and I just took I took a rag in there and it hung up on some stuff, and then I took a screwdriver and just kind of knocked that stuff out and then cleaned it before you put the sensors in there. You don't want that crap in your turbo. And then we got the factory swing gate module motor out. All you gotta do is, it's attached to this little thing right here that kind of sits right here and opens and closes these doors. All you gotta do is take a screwdriver and slides right off. So we're gonna put that back in its spot, out of the way, crap, because it's gonna be moving. And we'll zip tie it up and reconnect it, and then we'll put this where it needs to go, hook up all the connections, and we should be ready to start it up and see what it sounds like. All right, so here's the finished product. As you can see, it's just a tube with a filter on it. So this box door, blend door kind of thing for the air, ram air thing, I just zip tied it up here for right now. I'm gonna see if it freaks it out or whatever. It shouldn't. It just opens and closes the door. As long as it's connected, it should be fine. Got this connected, and got it down there connected with the factory. I used the factory hose clamp for down there because it actually has some slots built into it. It keeps the hose clamp on there. So let's reuse that, this and this. So let's go ahead and, it should be good to go. Should be ready to start. So let's hop in here and start it. Hopefully it doesn't suck up anything into the turbo. I cleaned it out pretty good, so let's see what happens. for a drive. See if it sounds any better. Alright, so here's the first drive with the new intake. Still doing a translate relearn at the same time, so can't really get on it. But I did hear some turbo coming through the neighborhood, so a little bit. This truck is, you know, really good sound deadening or sound quality, but you can hear some turbo. You hear a little bit of turbo. It's still shifting weird, so you can't hear turbo. You can't hear it way more than before. So it's still, like I said, the sound. They made this truck so luxurious that they don't want you to hear nothing, even though you can hear the exhaust. The exhaust is super loud because it's a 4-inch straight pipe. But I bet from the outside you can hear it. We're in traffic right now, so can't really get on it. Alright, y'all can probably hear it better than I can with the GoPro being up there, but you can actually hear the turbo when you get it a couple PSI. Yep, you can hear it. It's raining real hard right now, so I'm not going to be able to get down. I'm not going to be able to get on it. These tires won't let me. But I don't think it matters. But for how much I paid for it, I mean, it's a pretty decent little mod, you know. Didn't fit exactly right, but it fit pretty good. I mean, like 12 PSI right now. It just does a really good, they just did a really good job with the sound deadening in this truck to make it, you know, so you can't hear the Cummins noise, you know. I want to hear that stuff. I guess most people don't. I want to hear the turbo spool. Alright, so I think this is a great success. Make sure you deburr the intake before you put it on. We'll wrap it up when we go home. So we'll head on home and we'll wrap it up. We'll wrap this video up. Alright, update on the air intake. You can hear it real good on the outside. There you go. Windows down, you can hear it real good. So, success. Go home. Wrap this video up. Alright guys, back in the garage here, back home from the test drive, from putting that intake on. I didn't really get to get down on it because I'm still doing a trans relearn right now. And it's still learning how to do it. We put the Rev Max in there. So, didn't really get to get on it, and it's raining, so, and these tires will not like that, you know, so. But all in all, I think it's a good deal for $85. Amazon, Prime, get it to your house next day. Cheaper than a K&N, cheaper than a drop-in filter. I think it's a good deal. The quality isn't, you know, the highest quality, but I mean, honestly, if you look at other filters out there, they're similar to this, but they're like $300, $400. So, I mean, honestly, it's Amazon. So you just take it back if you don't like it, and you get another one, or you get your money back. So I don't think there's a loss in this. What do you think? Drop down in the comments. You think it's a good mod? You think I should have just got a drop-in? what? I mean, honestly, so just drop it down below. And we're going to end the video here. Wrap it up with a nice bow here. And we're just going to end the video. So thanks for watching. Like this video. Subscribe if you haven't already. And we'll come back and we'll do some more content with the truck or the Jeep or the who knows what. I got a table full of crap here that needs to be put on the truck, and it's a mess. It's a mess. Somebody help me put this lift on. I don't want to do it by myself. We'll see you in the next one, guys. Thanks for watching. Come back for the next one.